Over the next 5 weeks, these men and women will compete in the ultimate fitness competition. This is not about losing weight, but about reaching their full potential. With the dream of becoming a bona fide personal trainer, thanks to Ludus Magnus and Fit College New Zealand, and under the tutelage of Joe Nafahu.
What do you want to achieve? How much do you want it? How bad do you want it?
Former rugby player, renowned actor, and owner of Ludus Magnus. All 4 cornerstones will be tested. Wairua, Tinana, Whānau, Hinengaru. It's time to go to school.
What is going on here?
Let's do this.
Last week,
Please welcome our wildcards.
My face just went.
Are you effing kidding me?
You all know Javan and Elise. We have brought them back into competition because we feel they may still have the wairua required to be a lanista.
We also welcome Donnie and Reese, who will now be in the run to secure the Fit College scholarship.
I saw the look on everyone's face, the original contestants, and it was pretty intimidating. And I can tell they're a little bit peeved. They are not liking that there's some new blood coming in.
Kia ora whānau, and welcome to another week in the School of Training. It's only another 4 weeks until one of you will be walking away with a full scholarship to Fit College New Zealand. Donielle, how did you find the challenge last week?
It's pretty tough, but I think with the team that I had, we did really well. So it's good. I'm feeling nervous, not knowing what's ahead of us.
Ko tā koutou ako me pehe te whakauru i ngā pau hauora ki roto i a koutou ngā mahi whakangungu. Ko ako hoki nei te taha ki te kai, ki te mamau, ki te chaki kiritaki, o tira ko te whakatairanga ki a koutou anō.
Today, Nick from Fit College New Zealand is going to help familiarise you with the human anatomy. Be sure to pay attention to the content covered in Nick's class because it will be incorporated into the challenge.
I haven't done anatomy since I was in high school. I don't even think I was really listening, so I think it's going to be really hard for me to keep up. I'm coming in as a new student, and because of that, you know, it could be my downfall.
So let's go see Nick now.
So guys, really good to be here at the School of Training today. Thanks for having me along. What we're looking at covering today is some basic anatomy. It's not so much going to be muscles and bones, it's more or less going to be how we move and how we can describe that movement.
I don't really dig the theory side of things, but I knew meeting Nick today was quite important and that I really needed to listen up.
So we've got flexion, which is decreasing the angle, and then when we look to increase it, we're extending.
I had to be a sponge today.
We would maybe have our arm outstretched, and we would bring it back down towards our body. That would be called adduction.
It's a long time since I studied last, you know. I was at university 10 years ago, so for me it was a bit of a brush up on some stuff that I thought I knew quite well, but then when he started explaining it, I started second guessing myself.
There are 3 planes of movement.
Listening is one of my hardest things. I'm trying to retain all this information and I start getting nervous.
The first one is called the sagittal plane. It allows forward and back movement, up and down movement.
He talks about sagittal planes and I'm thinking Sagittarius, you know, so I'm trying to figure out ways how to remember things.
Okay, so guys, the second is the frontal plane. What can she perform at the shoulder joint?
Lat raises.
Yeah, things like lateral raises. Yeah, okay, cool. So, yeah. Cool, so she's able to abduct and adduct.
A lot of the stuff we'd already gone through, having already done my personal training course before, there's a great refresher.
Our third and final plane is referred to as the transverse plane. So anything rotational and anything parallel to a horizon or a reference point such as a bench or the floor or what have you. Take-home point is that when we're working with clients, we want to achieve balance to a program.
I'm feeling slightly nervous, knowing that it's not just a physical challenge, it's actually knowledge-based as well, knowing that other people have been learning stuff already and knowing that that's their jobs. So, yeah, a bit nervous.
Okay, guys, hopefully that was helpful and you all took a little something away from it. I know I did. Your whittle today
is to demonstrate the knowledge you've retained from Nick's class.
If you have a look at the end of the arena, you'll see 6 pieces of equipment. You will all each race down there and choose one apparatus.
The first person back will have to demonstrate an exercise using the piece of equipment you bring back based on the lesson you just got from Nick.
If you are correct, you are safe from elimination.
If you are incorrect, the next person that crosses the line will have the chance to save themselves.
We will then continue this process until we're down to the last 2. Those 2 will then face off in the Fit College New Zealand Eliminator.
I keep telling myself I'm not going to do another eliminator.
Once a piece of equipment has been used correctly in a demonstration, it will be removed and cannot be used in consecutive rounds.
Now, there are 7 of you, but only 6 pieces of equipment are up for grabs. So you must be quick off the mark to ensure that you're not out of the game before it's even begun.
I'm feeling a little bit nervous knowing that there's a little bit of running and a bit of agility involved. I am quite short, so I've got short legs, and seeing Javan and the other boys, I know that they have a bit of explosive power on them.
He wero hene ngaro tēnei whānau, this is a mental challenge. You'll have to think quick on your feet, and whatever apparatus you are left with, you will need to demonstrate based on what you've learned in Nick's class.
I used to be quick out of the blocks when I was younger, so I thought just get anything back, and then whatever question he asks, I was just going to wing it.
Okay, whānau, it's time to get your head out of the books and into the game. Let's do this.
I'm confident going into today's challenge. I feel like I have a good grasp of the planes.
Straight away went into strategy mode, looking up and seeing what was going to be the lightest equipment. I knew it was going to be a bit of a dogfight.
Quite excited because, you know, I know one of my strengths is speed. I was like, yes, bring it on. I've got my eye on the prize and I'm going to bring it home.
Coming up.
Toru, rua, tahi, timata.
The competition did start to get a bit heated.
I felt like I was going to give up. I was so frustrated.
I really knew it was all or nothing at this point.
Your wero today is to demonstrate the knowledge you've retained from Nick's class.
You will all each race and choose one apparatus.
The first person back will have to demonstrate an exercise using the piece of equipment you bring back based on the lesson you just got from Nick.
If you are correct, you are safe from elimination.
If you are incorrect, the next person that crosses the line will have the chance to save themselves.
Toru, rua, tahi, timata.
I take off and it wasn't a good start, especially being in between 2 guys.
It was pretty much even man for himself.
Well done, round 1's over. Rob, you came in first.
Joe said I was first, and then trying to remember the planes. Then I'm looking over at the other contestants trying to look for tips, and they're like, you got this. I was like, oh no, I haven't got this.
Ofa, unfortunately, you missed out on a piece of equipment, so you will automatically go into the next round. Rob, well done. First one back and one of the heavier pieces of equipment. I want you to show me a movement with the kettlebell using adduction and abduction.
So I pick up the kettlebell, then I realize how heavy it was. The only movement that I do remember from Nick was you know, something to take away from the body. I did choose the hardest movement, and it was with the heaviest, so I tried to hold a straight face. And Joe, I could see Joe in the corner of my eye laughing because he knew I was struggling.
Rob, you picked a tough movement to do with the kettlebell there, but it is correct. So you will now be able to sit out and watch the rest of the team compete.
I was pretty stoked. I actually did listen for once. I'm really relieved to be safe from elimination today.
Guys, the kettlebell will now be removed from the next round. Toru, rua, tahi, timata.
The competition did start to get a bit heated.
Again, I didn't get anything. That definitely upset me, but I knew I had to stay in it.
Javan, you finished first in that competition.
I pushed myself to my hardest, came back through and took out the second round. So yeah, I was happy.
Javan, well done. Using the dumbbell that you got, can you please show me a movement that involves flexion? Well done, Javan. I think you've used that movement a few too many times. You will be safe now from the next round. You can join Rob. Okay, guys, the dumbbell will not be involved in the next round. There will only be 4 pieces of equipment down the end. So can you please get ready on the start line again?
I saw frustration started to kick in.
Timata!
I'm picking up equipment in each round, however, because they're so heavy, I'm actually struggling to get them back in time.
Elise, amazing wheels. I want you to show me, with this piece of equipment here, stretch band, a movement involving abduction. Well done, Elise. That was a correct answer. So you will now be safe from elimination.
I was so happy. Looking at whoever's left, and I'm quite surprised to see Donnie still there, as I thought, being a little pocket rocket, that she would fire away and get over that line.
Timata!
At this point, I was getting pretty nervous. I really knew it was all or nothing at this point.
Well done, team. Well done, team. Come back in. Shot, Jules. Bring it back. Nice.
I was so frustrated at this point. I felt like I was going to give up.
Offa, unfortunately, you missed out on a piece of equipment. You're going straight through to what will be the final round. Jules, well done, mate. Not many people realise, but the plate can be used for a number of different movements, not just being put on the bar.
I grabbed the thing that I didn't really want to grab. I grabbed the weight plate.
So I would like you to show me a movement that involves working in the sagittal plane with the plate. Nice work, Jules. You are now safe from entering the elimination challenge.
I was real relieved that won't be any chance of me going through to the eliminator this week. So yeah, I was stoked.
Okay, team, final round. We're down to 3 people. If you are not the first person to get a piece of equipment back to me, you will be going to the eliminator challenge, as long as that person that brings the gear back gets that movement correct. So let's line up and get ready for this final round. Okay, team, final round. To change it up, make it a little bit harder, throw a spanner in the works. You're gonna start feet first, on your backs, facing the ceiling. Let's go. Feet first, on your backs, arms down by your side, nice and flat.
All I was thinking about was grab the bag, and that's it.
Toru.
Really played with my head.
Rua.
You know, started talking those negative talk.
Tahi. Timata.
Once again, I'm going to this eliminator.
I'm gunning it, and I just spot the bag. Offa pushes me out of the way.
Oh, I felt so bad.
I'm super gutted knowing that I'm in the elimination round.
Donnie came in as a wild card. You will automatically go into the eliminator now. You missed out on a piece of equipment.
I'm just going to keep my composure, knowing that this is Ludus. I know the exercises involved, and I'm just going to try my best.
Offa, you will also go into the eliminator, but only if Reese is incorrect. Reese, get this right and you will be safe. You won't have to go through to the eliminator. So if you can please show me a movement with our med ball here, working with the transverse plane. Unfortunately, Offa, That means that you will be going through to the Fit College New Zealand Eliminator to compete against Donielle. You guys can go get ready. The rest of you can take a rest.
Coming up.
I knew it was going to be a real tough one. I knew Offa really pushed herself hard last week. So coming into this one, she may have a few doubts. 2 weekends in a row going in for elimination. And I know Donnie's a bit of a pocket rocket, real fit and real good and explosive on the bodyweight stuff. So I knew she was going to be a real tough competitor.
Offa, that means that you will be going through to the Fit College New Zealand Eliminator to compete against Donielle. You guys can go get ready. The rest of you can take a rest.
This week's Fit College New Zealand Eliminator is made up of various exercises. The rep count begins at 1 and increases by 1 after each completed round. The first to complete 8 full rounds will be the winner of this week's Eliminator. It's simple, but it is tough and will test every muscle in their bodies.
Are you ready, girls?
For some strange reason, I feel calm going into the Eliminator, and I don't know why. It's weird.
One of my weaknesses is rowing. I've got short legs, so when I saw Joe had put a bloody rower on the elimination round, I was a little bit gutted.
Toru, rua, tahi, timata. Let's get rowing. Come on, girls. Halfway mark, nice.
Halfway.
Almost halfway, let's go, girls, come on.
I hear Joe calling out the lengths of how far we have, and I can hear that Offa has a lead over me.
10 meters. Done, go.
I didn't want to blow out, so I keep my composure, and I just keep going through, pacing and making sure that my breath was in pace.
Block it out, nice, can't fight.
Let's go, Donnie. Nice, Donnie. Clear piece, let's go. Nice, Donnie. Let's go. Nice, Donnie, back on.
One each side, let's go.
Nice.
I got to the beer crawls, and I could see Donnie coming.
Let's go back. You've got 2 reps now. That's 2. Nice, Offa. Let's go.
Mental game, Offa. You've got it.
We hadn't had a good scope on Doniella already, so we didn't know, how she was going to perform.
Nice, Donnie. Let's go, come on. Right here with you.
She got in there, it was next level. She's definitely a threat.
One more. Moving on. Bear, reverse gorilla, Donnie. Bear, reverse gorilla.
One of my strengths is actually crawling. Because I'm so small and all the trainers at Ludus always incorporate crawling, I found that I could just breathe through about 5 seconds and then knew that I could just go unbroken.
Back, you got 3 now.
I'm in round 3 and I know I've got this.
Then above your head. Nice, Donnie. Drive
I
up,
knew
drive
that
up.
if I could just keep this pace, I would be absolutely fine. Knowing that Offa had the disadvantage of not actually doing these exercises and was quite new at it, she would definitely go broken, especially on the kettlebell movements.
That's it, swing it. Let it drop down. Use your hips to drive it up.
For some reason, my arms just would not go over my head. It just kept, felt like someone was pushing it down, and that was really frustrating me.
Now use your legs to get him up. Come on.
You're good, you got it.
Come on.
Stand up, shake it off, come on. You got it.
Come on,
Lock
Offa.
it out. Lock that pain. Up. Now drive with the lips.
Drive. Legs. Good girl.
When you're turning.
Let's go, Offa. Come on.
Nice. That's better. Keep it nice and solid.
Nice,
One
Donnie.
more.
Jog it back.
One
You're
more.
on 4. Round 4. Let's go, Donnie.
Up. Driving. Drive. Dip and drive. Nice. That's it. Can't fight.
I just tried so hard to move my body and move my arms, move my legs. It was just getting harder and harder.
Compete against yourself now. You're cruise control. Let's go.
2. Come on, unbroken. 2 more. Have your rest after. Come on, let's go. Come on. That's it, one more.
Let's go, Donnie, out and back, reverse gorilla back, Donnie. Let's go one at a time, one swing at a time. Let's get the bells up. Just drive through, keep breathing.
Good.
Nice.
4. Too easy for you.
2 more.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice one. Clear these off, let's go.
Good.
Another round down there.
Up. Let's go.
I hate the eliminators. You know you're going to be saying goodbye to someone at the end of it. It's hard because you just want to go pick up the kettlebell and finish it for them.
Nice one.
Good.
Breathe. Next job. Let's go. Next job.
2. Good,
Next
Donnie.
job.
Good, Donnie. This is
Let's
your
go.
fight
Come
now.
on.
Let's go.
Straight back up, girl. Come on.
You got this, come on.
Come on, off.
Let's go,
Come on,
straight down.
let's go.
Lie down,
Come on.
lie down, up.
Down and up.
There was stages, you know, she was breaking down and you could tell that she didn't want to continue.
Down and up,
Lie
girl.
down, up and rest.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, let's go.
Come on.
Next job. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Nice.
Let's go. You go. Come on. Up. Come on. Do it. You can do
There
it.
you go.
Nice. Yes. Come on. Shake it up. 3 more.
Finish it. Well done, well done, well done. Well done, Donnie.
One more.
Well done.
Shot, Donnie. Up by Donnie. Up by. Shake it up.
I'm feeling really good, but at the end of the day, I was actually competing against myself. I wanted to make sure that I did Joe, Jordan, and Hohepa really proud, knowing that, you know, I do this every day with them. Once I did finish, I did turn my attention to Orpha.
Stand up, Orpha. Let's go. She gotta finish this. She gotta finish this. Let's go.
I felt a lot for Offa, knowing that Donnie has already comfortably finished and pretty much overlapped her at this point where Offa was up to in the challenge. So she didn't really have anything to push for because she knew that she would be going home. But so I really was just telling her to just push it and just finish off strong. You know, you've come this far, don't give up now.
Conquer this. Don't let this conquer you. Don't let this conquer you.
Could tell she was hurting so much and she was real fatigued, but to her credit, she just kept on pushing.
Hips, all in your hips. Hips. Try. Up.
Just the encouragement from the coaches and my teammates just, I guess, pushed me.
3 more. Up and over. Yes. Come on, 3 more.
It was the same as last week, watching it again. You know, the person, they've got no reason to finish but for their own personal reasons and their ticker and the team, you know. You got Joe, you got Jordan, you got Hohepa, they're all yelling at you to keep going, you know, it's your fight. You can't stop, but you know you want to.
Come on, Orpha. Here we go. Awesome.
Coming in second was pretty tough, but I knew I had to finish the challenge because I didn't want to leave here not knowing that I finished it. And for some reason, I actually feel proud of myself. Finally.
Ka pai, Orpha. Got to say, you're probably going to be the toughest competitor here. This is your 3rd eliminator, and you've ground through each one. Each one's been bloody hard. Each one you've cried. Each one you've screamed, but you got through each one of them as well. Just because you didn't make it today doesn't mean that you didn't do an awesome job and leave it lying out there on the floor. Because you impressed everyone, and I think everyone here would say that that is definitely the case, as you would be the toughest competitor here.
What was the most standout point for me was just the fact that Orpha finished and she kept going even when her body physically could not take any more.
Te ke kahara.
You left everything on the floor today. Everything. I couldn't ask for anything else from you. Unfortunately, the nature of our challenge, our competition, someone has to go home. It's not the end of your journey, by no means. But you'll always be a part of the Ludus family.
It's very sad to know that I'm leaving. I've met some amazing people, but I guess it's just given me an extra push because I know I want to do this and I know I'm going to do this.
It's been a learning curve, to be honest. I put myself through things that I never thought I'll do. I've learnt so much here, and being under this roof has really, given me that push. This is not the last you're going to see of me, so.
Now for me, I'm actually going to go and pursue my career as a personal trainer. My goal is to study this, so that's what I'll do after this, and hopefully see some of these people in a gym.
1, 2, 3.
next week.
You must create a 30-minute workout that includes a warm-up and a warm-down.
And get people to take your class.
Yeah?
Let's go. Let's go. How awesome they are. Awesome. That's right. That's it.
All of a sudden it's like, guys, got 5 minutes left. I'm like, okay.
Unfortunately for the rest of you, they won't be the only ones going through to the eliminator.
We've never seen 4 doing an elimination.
Kimata!